Lord only knows the trouble I've seen, Joe Bob.
I love the Alex Clark thinking face. The I'm thinking of something, and then you release the thought, and a lot of us are mostly confused.
Joe Bob is back because the first time did so well. You guys liked him so much. We were like, okay, we'll bring him back. Let's get started. Like, subscribe, all of those things. Here we go.
But there's this phrase that I hate. It's God is a woman. First of all, I think it's pandering, but second of all, it's like blatantly untrue. So I pray to God and I'm like, God, climate change is an issue and we need to fix it. God, where a woman should be like, I'm so sorry, I'll get that done by end of day. Only a man would be like, everything happens for a reason. And the reason is me. And then continue to not do anything about it. God isn't just a man, he might be a member of Congress.
I think that's good. You don't think that was funny? I thought that was really good.
Alex, I appreciate you having me back on this such wonderful video platform. Having said that, this may be my last time on it because there is a hilarious Ricky Gervais joke in which he thinks of all of the funny female comics like, and then everybody laughs because it's funny because he makes the joke that women are not funny.
Right. I like when people just say things that are completely blatantly false, but you know that they're kidding.
So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously, I can beat him again.
But they carry on the conversation as if it is real. Like just coming out and saying something like if they came out and they were like, today, Greta Thunberg, she went on the whatever podcast and rated herself a 10. And then just carried on, like never acknowledged that it was a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, Greta Thunberg is if there was an 11 on the scale, I'd give her an 11.
I mean, she's one of the most talked about guests that they've ever had on that podcast.
Yeah, well, because she's the hottest.
Because she's the hottest.
Clearly.
Left an impression.
Anybody who denies that is denying reality.
I'm not against people having children. If you're passionate about wanting a baby, I get it. I want to support you. But it's when you're on the fence and you have a baby, when you're in your 40s, like many of my girlfriends who accidentally get pregnant, they're like, well, I guess I'll have a baby. It's like, hey, get an abortion while you still can, okay? You're not doing any baby any favor by being on the fence about becoming a parent.
And Chelsea Handler, I thought, used to be one of the funniest female comedians. Like, I'm talking 2010, 2011 era when she had that late night show on E! It was when she became a political activist. Nothing she said, all of it was political commentary.
That's what I was going to say.
Nothing was a joke.
It wasn't a joke. And
right.
That's I guess I'm more confused. Like, look, if you think she made a good point, is talking in front of people what constitutes as somebody doing stand-up humor or just making a statement? Because if that was in a TED Talk, again, I wouldn't agree with the point, but I'd understand it.
I understand why you'd be an angry feminist. Like, it makes sense because if you've been a feminist for more than 3 months, you will have repeated the same sentence over and over again. Feminism isn't about hating men. Feminism is not man-hating. Just because you're a feminist, it doesn't mean you hate men. You don't have to hate men to become a feminist. Feminism don't hate men, and you don't have to hate men to be a feminist. Feminism is not about hating men. And you've said it so many times, and they still don't listen, so now you just kind of hate men. I mean, just a little bit. You just hate them a little bit. It's really hard not to. Have you seen them? Oh, it's so hard not to. And I know some of you are like, well, not all men. And of course, it's all men. Literally every single one of them. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Someone was like, what about your dad? Especially my dad. That's why I'm up here. All men. Ew, ugh, hate them all, hate them all. And I know that this is a bit offensive to some men in the audience. But to you, I just want to say, cheer up, love. It's Fanta.
It
kind of thought that was funny.
It was all right. It was all right. Like, there's actually a joke there that you can pick out compared to Chelsea Handler. My thing is just a personal preference. Her delivery as a comedian, her style is not funny to me.
People, especially in the conservative movement, repeat the same thing over and over and over again.
I'm thinking about you making fun of someone we work with, another talent, and I've
never done that before.
I'm thinking of
fake news.
I'm thinking of a time that you made fun of another conservative talent who we both love and adore, but whose shtick has continuously gotten more and more extreme. So you've just kind of like done an impression of him before, where you're like, "Those gay butthole kids, the LGBTQ." Like what you're saying is that they say the same thing over and over, so they have to like up the ante.
I really do genuinely like him.
The left wants to turn your kids' buttholes gay.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Alex Clark for stand-up comedy. That's what I think should happen.
I lost some weight this year thanks to Spanx. So, yeah, our little secret. But there's so much pressure for women to be skinny, right? We turn on the TV and who do we see? We see like the girls from the hills, right? Trying to form thoughts. That's how they burn their calories. Little Heidi's head's gonna explode. Or we see Paris Hilton with the Chihuahua. What's its name? Nicole Richie. It's hard.
Okay, this
That's
is
funny.
when Amy Schumer was funny.
Yeah.
This is prime Amy Schumer before she also became an activist. Greta Gerwig and what's their faces, they all decided, we don't want this to be like some woke activist, fat Lizzo type of spin-off movie on Barbie. We want somebody actually beautiful and funny, and like the jokes will speak for themselves, but we don't want the whole thing to be like, I'm a fat leftist. And so Amy Schumer got pissed, and she was like, then I'm not doing the movie. And so she dropped out. They cast her, though, which I don't know why they did that, but they did.
I'm working through my own thoughts in my head, and the reason I think I'm so far into the whole, like, this is a publicity stunt is because I can't believe in my head that somebody thought that casting Amy Schumer as Barbie would ever be a good idea. In my head, I can't let myself believe that there is a multi-million-dollar movie producer that thought that was a good idea. Then again, there's also a multi-billion-dollar company that thought giving Dylan Mulvaney cans was a good idea. So maybe people are dumber than I think.
Gender is a fact. You have to look at it from a woman's perspective. Look at it like this. Caitlyn Jenner, whom I've met, wonderful person. Caitlyn Jenner was voted Woman of the Year. Her first year as a woman. Ain't that something? Beat every in Detroit. She's better than all of you. Never even had a period. Ain't that something? Oh, I'd be mad as if I was a woman. I'd be mad if I was me. If I was in a BET Awards sitting there and they're like, and the winner for of the year, Eminem, my man. Gender is a fact. This is a fact. Every human being in this room, every human being on earth had to pass through the legs of a woman to be on earth. That is a fact.
Is it funny because it's just true?
The funny part to me, the funniest part of that joke was the Eminem part.
Well, I mean, I feel like the whole thing has comedic components to it because the lefty side of the aisle has gone so far down this rabbit hole of craziness. If conservatives went down craziness, would I think making fun of that is funny? I'd like to say that I would. I don't know. Dave's funny.
But I'll tell you why you need to get vaccinated, because the second that needle goes into your arm, you go, oh, COVID is for other people. Not my problem anymore. Oh my God. One of my friends, he was like, yeah, dude, I just got COVID. I looked at him like, are you using a BlackBerry? Like, you are so in the past, man.
I didn't think that was funny. It's just a delivery thing. I will laugh. I don't care if it's the wokest thing I've ever heard. It's a delivery thing.
I like that. Okay.
So, like, to me, that just, I don't know. That guy just didn't do it for me.
I thought that when I got COVID. I'm like, oh, okay, it's over now for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can understand if you were in the mindset that getting the shot was going to end COVID for you. That's funny.
My neighborhood really was just poor black and poor white. And So I hear a lot about white privilege, and I'm like, man, missed that. I mean, I knew some with sweaters, okay? Don't get me wrong, you know? But I was 2 tank tops in the winter. And my black friends will get mad at me, man. Like, man, look what you did to us, man. Look what you did to us. Like, bro, do you think I would do all that and move right next door, bro? Now we gonna split these plums or not, man? We're down here together, dude. You think I took all your and just don't have it? Somebody else has both of our and they're watching us fight over it.
It's absolutely true. The white privilege argument, though, like, I mean, Theo Von is just so funny. Like, everything about that was great. But when I think about white privilege, though, I always think about that. I always think about Eastern Kentucky. I always think about all those white kids that can't read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the unbelievably annoying person on The View? Which I know I didn't narrow it down very much.
Joy Behar.
No.
Sunny Hostin.
Sunny. Megyn Kelly did a thing talking about Sunny Hostin, and people did a profile on Sunny Hostin's house.
What is it?
Oh, if that's what being oppressed looks like,
right?
Where do I sign up for being oppressed?
That's the thing.
A lot to say.
Women. Not all women. I mean the old-fashioned ones. You know, the old-fashioned women. Oh, God. You know, the ones with wombs. Oh. Those dinosaurs. No, I love the new women. I know the new women. They're great, aren't they? You know, the new ones we've been seeing lately. The ones with beards and they're as good as gold. I love them. No, it's the old-fashioned. And now the old-fashioned, they go like, oh, they want to use our toilets. Why shouldn't they use your toilets? For ladies. They are ladies. Look at their pronouns. What about this person that isn't a lady? Well, his penis. Her penis, you bigot. What if he me? What if she you? You turf.
It's just easier to write jokes about. Like, her penis? Since the dawn of time, regardless of what language it translates to, has ever said that before?
Well, Michelle Obama would like a word. We can't keep that.
Are you, Big Mike, is that who you're talking? Yeah, that probably is
Marco.
I arrived here 3 years ago, still learning the language. English is a very difficult language. And you guys make English even more difficult than it should be. I don't know why. I saw the other day a person saying, don't call me he or she, call me they. And I was like, what the f***? It took me 3 years to learn I am, you are, he is, she is. Be whoever you want. This is a free country and this is amazing. But this whole gender neutral pronoun is confusing for me. You know, let me tell you a story. I invited a friend to have dinner at my house the other day. And he was like, oh, I'm bringing a friend. And I said, of course, bring him. He was like, no. Bring them. So I bought a lot of food. I bought briskets and pizzas and pastas. And my friend showed up at my house with one person. So I said, where are they? And he said, they are here. So you tell them that they're gonna eat all of this.
That's fantastic. I absolutely love that. And I always think about that.
This is my major problem with all of this stuff, is just it grammatically doesn't work. They grammatically is just inaccurate. We're talking about multiple people. It's the same thing with like transphobia. Do you know what phobia means?
Scared of it.
Deathly afraid of it. I don't have a deathly afraid fear of transgender people. If anything, if I'm like about to get in a fight and somebody whispers into my ear, by the way, they're trans.
transgender.
I'm actually less afraid than what I was beforehand, especially if it's a dude. Wait a minute, hold on. So this dude that I was gonna fight is a woman? I'm less afraid. If anything, I don't have transphobia. I have trans. I'll let you get the first couple hits in so that it's fair.
You have to be super honest, okay, in the comments. Who did you find funnier, the majority of the woke comedians or the majority of the unwoke comedians? And also, who is your favorite comedian? Mine is Tim Dillon. Joe Bob's is Sarah Silverman. So
that is not true.
Like, subscribe, and follow us for more, I don't know, crazy reaction videos with friends. Okay, thank you.